Welcome to the Digital Production Buzz at the 2015 NAB Show. Hi, this is Larry Jordan, and this interview was recorded live on the trade show floor. For more information, visit digitalproductionbuzz.com. Tiger Technology is a developer of storage area networks SAN solution. It's a technology that allows multiple people to be able to access the same file at the same time. It's like a server, only cooler. And Angus Mackay is the marketing director for Tiger Technology, and it's good to have you back, Angus. Thanks for coming.
Thanks very much for having me, Larry. It's always a pleasure.
How would you describe Tiger Technology?
I describe Tiger Technology as a small little company that has incredible technology, and actually it's right built into the name, Tiger Technology. And what we do is make shared storage workflows really easy. So whereas you said SAN, a lot of people hear that and they think, wow, that's going to be technically complicated, it's going to be expensive, I'm going to need some IT guys, some video engineer. And really, we cut through all that stuff and make shared storage workflows that are easy for everybody to use without a whole big footprint and without a big IT and engineering department behind you.
How would you differentiate between a server and a SAN?
Well, it's a really good question, and a lot of people are very confused about it. So the simplest thing to say is that whenever you use a server to share out storage that's connected through one machine, a right-click share method that I say, where you see AFP or SMB or Apple sharing, NFS, any of those types of things, what's happening is that all of the clients trying to access that footage, your Premiere user, your After Effects user, your Media Composer user, your Final Cut user, they're all trying to read that file at the same time, and they're all trying to get through a small door at the same time. So you get a bottleneck, you get a traffic jam, and that's when your performance decreases. You hit play on your clip, and you just don't get the performance that you're looking for. So as you add users and your footage resolution and size goes up, your performance goes down. Whereas with a SAN, what happens is the clients are directly connected to the storage, so they have a straight pipe right to the storage, each one, and so they're not limited by what their collaborative neighbor is doing at the same time.
Sounds like then with a SAN, you wouldn't go through a switch.
Well, you could go through a switch in order to have a lot of different clients connected to it. So you can do that to increase capacity. It kind of depends on the storage that you use. So if you have enough ports on your storage, you don't need a switch. If you want to add a lot more clients, then you do. What's really great about Tiger, though, is that we give you the best of both worlds. And that's the really important part of our solution. You can take fiber storage and connect fiber clients for high-speed access, so you're doing 2K or 4K real-time grading with uncompressed footage, this kind of thing. But you could also use a very cost-effective 1 gig or 10 gig Ethernet clients to connect to it at the same time, so that you could do DNX or ProRes editorial type work with a smaller pipe. So this makes it very cost-effective. You can choose the right network solution for each type of application you're running.
Now, I'm looking around here at NAB, and I'm seeing companies like Promax and StoreNext and EditShare and yourself. All these guys are providing, in some form, SAN connectivity. How do you decide which one to get, and why Tiger?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, as I say, most of those solutions you just mentioned, they're all what you would call NAS-based or Ethernet-based, and they're sharing their whole volume. The advantage, another advantage of a SAN is that you get file and block level sharing, so that multiple users can concurrently read and write to files at the same time. So this means that you suddenly unlock a true collaborative workflow, and this is something that we enable. But never mind all that technology underneath, you're absolutely right. People are looking around and saying, how do I get my job done? And that's where our Project Store Pro capability really comes to the fore. We make abstraction of the storage. We don't let you have to worry about that. We give you a virtual drive that directly connects, makes your software, like Final Cut Pro 10, for instance, feel that it has a direct connection to storage. You know, when you go into FCP 10 and you try to put your library onto a network share, it says, no, thank you, you cannot do that. Well, with the Tiger solution, you would be able to do that. So this is where we give the appearance of having direct connected storage. We create user permissions that are very simple to set up so that you can allow editor Mary to have read and write, and editor John to only have read. and this allows you to protect your footage, and you don't have to use the Finder or the file browser in order to manage all your material. You only see the footage and the project information that relates to what you're working on that day. It's a very simple and user-friendly way of being able to manage your users, projects, workspaces, and you also have a little bit of media and metadata management in there as well.
Now, one just general question. When we moved to our new offices, we had to put in a server for all of the people to have access to business documents on. Could I have used a Tiger technology so that my media people have access to media, but the office people still have access to office documents? Or do I need to have two separate systems, a server for the office and Tiger for the production side?
You could use a Tiger solution for both of those applications, no problem. We actually let anybody connect using a little installable, our Tiger client. You can put that on a Mac, a Windows, or a Linux machine and connect to that storage, and anybody could access it and store any kind of file that you want on there.
Starting price?
Well, we have a software-only solution that you have a master license for about $900 US, and then clients, depending on if they're fast or slow, would go from $300 to $850. And we scale all the way up to a fully dual node, full failover, high availability server that can connect to the highest performance storage available on the market from vendors like DDN or Dot Hill for super high resolution workflows with multiple users. And that one goes up into maybe the 65-70 range. And then if you want, we can give you a full all-in-one integrated appliance that's plug and play, includes storage, server, network connectivity, and our great engine. And that one is going to depend on the capacity that you put into it and the type of network cards that you use. Let's say it starts around 12 or 13 for our mini version, our 1U.
Cool. So what have you got that's new at the show?
Well, a lot of people are looking at hierarchical storage management. They need to find a way to get their material from their online storage to nearline and then probably to an archive like on tape. So about a year ago, we did some work with Data Direct to support their object scaler technology. And here at NAB, we're announcing something similar with SpectraLogic. So they have a Black Pearl system. It's a very high-speed object scaler nearline, and then it integrates with their LTFS tape libraries. So by directly connecting your Tiger online storage to this system, you can use our replication and tiering module in order to move material when you're finished using it, when it's become stale, or when your capacity threshold has been reached, in order to automatically move that footage off to your nearline and then to LTFS. So that's a nice, easy solution for what we call HSM, or hierarchical storage management, and that's new at this show with SpectraLogic. Also, we've done some integration with one of our server modules in order to support an Acusys Exasan PCIe HBA. So PCIe is pretty interesting because it gives you speeds like fiber at prices like Ethernet. And so with this Acusys Exasan storage, we give you a very high performance system at a price that is a little bit more affordable for general post-production. So we're showing that here for the first time. And then last year at IBC, we announced our two 1U versions. Here at NAB is the first time that we're showing them stateside. So we're pretty happy about that.
And where can people go on the web to learn more about your products?
It's at www.tiger-technology.com, and you can find information about everything I've just described to you there.
That's two words, Tiger, T-I-G-E-R dash technology, tigertechnology.com. And Angus Mackay is the marketing director for Tiger Technology. Angus, thanks for joining us today.
It's been a pleasure, Larry. Look forward to it every year.